Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brian, and today we're taking a deep dive into hibiscus.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chelsea, a nutritionist, and I'm excited to break down the science behind this really vibrant ingredient.
We're bringing you this deep dive from the Detox Health YouTube channel.
If you like evidence-based health information and practical tips for feeling your best, you should definitely check it out.
Totally, yeah, and we believe in sharing this knowledge, so if you find this interesting, tell a friend, tell your family, the more the merrier.
Absolutely.
So hibiscus, when I hear that word, I immediately think like those bright red flowers, maybe a fancy tropical drink with a little umbrella, but there's so much more to hibiscus than that.
Oh, absolutely. Hibiscus has this rich history that spans across cultures, and it's both culinary and medicinal.
Mm.
In places like West Africa, Central and South America, and the Caribbean, it's known as roselle or sorrel, and it's used in tons of things, from jams and jellies to sauces, syrups, you name it.
It's amazing how versatile one plant can be.
Yeah, it really is. And for centuries, hibiscus has been used in traditional medicine for all sorts of different things.
Oh, wow.
And now modern science is starting to catch up and exploring some of these traditional uses.
That's what I love about these deep dives, uncovering the science behind what people have known for generations.
Right.
So today let's focus on hibiscus tea, which is probably the most common way people experience this plant.
Yeah, hibiscus tea is made from the dried calyces of the hibiscus flower, and it's a really delicious way to potentially get some health benefits.
Yeah.
It's naturally a little tart, a little sweet, and it's enjoyed all over the world under different names like bissap karkade or agua de Jamaica.
Now, speaking of benefits, hibiscus is often called an antioxidant powerhouse. Can you explain why antioxidants are so important for our health?
Sure. So you've probably heard of free radicals.
Hmm,
Free radicals are basically unstable molecules that can actually damage our cells.
interesting.
And this damage leads to something called oxidative stress, which has been linked to all kinds of chronic diseases like heart disease and some cancers.
So it's like a chain reaction of damage happening at a cellular level.
Exactly. And that's where antioxidants come in.
Okay.
They're like little scavengers that neutralize those free radicals and protect our cells.
Ah.
And hibiscus is full of them.
Oh, cool.
Things like vitamin C and anthocyanins.
Mhm.
Anthocyanins are actually the pigments that give hibiscus that vibrant red color.
So we're not just getting a tasty drink, we're potentially giving our bodies an army of tiny defenders.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Are there any studies that have looked into how effective hibiscus is at fighting this oxidative stress?
There are. One study that was published in the Journal of Nutrition found that drinking hibiscus tea significantly increased antioxidant capacity in the blood.
Wow.
So that means that people had more tools to fight off those free radicals after they had some hibiscus tea.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
It seems like hibiscus tea is a great way to support our bodies on a cellular level.
Yeah.
But I've also heard about its potential anti-inflammatory properties. What's the connection there?
Well, so inflammation is a natural process. It's your body's way of responding to an injury or infection.
Right.
But when inflammation becomes chronic, it can actually start damaging healthy tissues, and that can contribute to a bunch of different problems, from heart disease to even Alzheimer's.
I've heard chronic inflammation called like a silent killer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A lot of animal studies and some newer human research suggest that hibiscus might help to regulate those inflammatory responses in the body.
Interesting.
For example, one study in the journal Phytomedicine found that hibiscus extract actually reduced inflammation in rats with arthritis.
Oh, wow.
So more research is definitely needed, especially in humans.
Yeah.
But it seems like hibiscus might have a calming effect on those inflammatory processes.
So it's like turning down the volume on an overactive immune response.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. And that brings us to two really important topics that I think are on a lot of people's minds: blood pressure and cholesterol. I know that hibiscus has been linked to some good things in these areas.
You're right. Several clinical trials have shown that regularly drinking hibiscus tea can lower blood pressure, which is so important for heart health.
Right.
A study in the Journal of Hypertension found that drinking hibiscus tea every day for just 6 weeks significantly decreased both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in people with either pre-hypertension or mild hypertension.
That's great news for anyone looking for natural ways to help their blood pressure.
Absolutely.
It sounds like this simple drink could be a really valuable tool, of course, always in conjunction with your doctor's recommendations.
Of course.
What about cholesterol?
With cholesterol, the evidence is a little less clear.
Okay.
Some studies show good effects of hibiscus on cholesterol levels, but others haven't found a big impact, so we definitely need more research in this area to get a better understanding.
So the jury's still out on the cholesterol front, but the blood pressure findings alone make hibiscus tea seem worth trying.
Yeah.
Are there any other potential benefits that researchers are looking into?
Yeah, there are a few exciting areas. One is weight management. Some studies have shown that hibiscus, especially concentrated hibiscus extract, might be helpful for weight loss.
Oh,
For example, there's a study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology that found hibiscus extract actually helped reduce body weight and body fat in people who are dealing with obesity.
so maybe not just a relaxing drink, but also potentially helpful for weight management. That's really cool. Does the research say anything about how it might work?
Well, more research is definitely needed, but some scientists think that hibiscus could be influencing certain enzymes that are involved in fat metabolism, and that could be contributing to the weight loss. But again, this is something that needs more investigation.
It seems like every time we uncover one benefit, there's another possibility waiting to be explored. What else is on the horizon for hibiscus research?
Well, there's some evidence, mostly from lab studies, that suggests hibiscus might have antibacterial properties. For instance, one study in the journal Molecules found that hibiscus extract was effective against several different types of bacteria, including E. coli. Wow.
But it's important to remember that this research is still pretty early, and we need more studies, especially in humans, to really confirm these findings.
So maybe not hibiscus-infused hand sanitizer just yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on.
Right.
What else?
Hibiscus also shows some promise for liver health.
Oh, wow.
Research has shown that hibiscus extract can actually help protect the liver from damage caused by toxins.
That's amazing.
One study in the journal Food and Chemical Toxicology found that hibiscus extract reduced liver damage in rats that were exposed to a common environmental toxin.
That's incredible. Our livers work so hard to detoxify our bodies, so any natural support we can give them is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why hibiscus has been so valued in traditional medicine for so long.
It really is a fascinating plant. There are even some studies that suggest it might have anti-cancer activity in liver cells, but just like with a lot of these promising areas, more research is definitely needed. It's important to remember we're really just starting to understand the full potential of hibiscus. It's like a botanical treasure chest waiting to be unlocked.
Yeah.
So before everyone runs out to buy all the hibiscus, what are some things to keep in mind in terms of safety and usage?
That's a great question. The good news is that the FDA considers hibiscus safe to eat.
Okay.
So enjoying hibiscus tea or using it in recipes is generally considered safe for most people.
Right.
However, as with any plant, some people might be allergic to hibiscus.
That's true. It's always a good idea to start with small amounts when trying new foods and pay attention to how your body reacts.
Absolutely. And it's really important to think about potential interactions with medications.
Well, that's a good point.
Hibiscus can interact with certain medications, especially those for blood pressure and diabetes. So it's always best to talk to your doctor or pharmacist before you add hibiscus to your diet, especially if you're taking any medications.
That's really good advice. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So we've covered the potential benefits and safety considerations. Now, let's talk about how to incorporate hibiscus into our lives.
Sure, hibiscus is available in different forms, including tea powder and extract.
Okay.
Hibiscus tea is the most readily available and budget-friendly option, and it's super easy to make.
I love simple and delicious. Remind us how to make the perfect cup.
All you do is steep dried hibiscus calyces in boiling water for about 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
You can find these calyces at most health food stores or online. Then you just strain and enjoy. You can have it hot or iced, and add honey or lemon if you want to adjust the tartness.
Sounds easy enough. And for those who prefer convenience, there are also pre-made hibiscus tea bags available pretty much everywhere.
Exactly.
But besides tea, what are some other fun ways to enjoy hibiscus?
Well, remember, hibiscus is a key ingredient in lots of different cuisines around the world.
That's right.
It's often used to make those refreshing drinks like agua de Jamaica in Mexico or bissap in West Africa. You can also find it in jams, jellies, sauces, and syrups. Get creative. Add it to fruit salads. Make a hibiscus syrup to put on pancakes or ice cream. Or even try a hibiscus-infused sauce for a tangy twist on grilled meats or vegetables.
Hibiscus barbecue sauce. That sounds amazing. I love that this one plant offers so many ways to add flavor and color to our meals.
Yeah, it's really versatile. It can make your food taste better and potentially be healthier, too.
This has been such an interesting exploration into the world of hibiscus.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that hibiscus, especially as a tea, is more than just a tasty drink.
Right.
There's a growing amount of scientific evidence that suggests it could be really good for our heart health, inflammation, and even weight management.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see how modern research is backing up some of the ways this plant has been used traditionally.
Hmm.
While more studies are always good, especially larger ones with humans, the evidence we have now is really promising.
I agree.
It's also a good reminder that nature is full of things that can help us feel our best. I'm definitely inspired to use more hibiscus, both in my tea and in my cooking.
Me too. And remember, this is just one plant we've looked at.
Right.
There's a whole world of natural ingredients out there with potential benefits just waiting to be discovered.
Speaking of exciting discoveries, I have a big announcement.
Oh.
Chelsea and I are getting married.
Oh, Brian, you're so funny.
Okay. Just kidding. But wouldn't that be a great story?
You're right.
But seriously, folks, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into hibiscus.
Yes.
Be sure to check out the Detox Health YouTube channel for more evidence-based health information and tips for a healthier and happier you.
And before we go, we want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
What other natural ingredients might you be overlooking that could have hidden health benefits? Maybe it's a spice you haven't tried, or a fruit you've never tasted, or even a new tea.
It's a good reminder to be curious and open to all the amazing things that nature offers.
Absolutely.
Who knows, you might just find your own natural health hero.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned something new and feel inspired to explore the world of natural health.
Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep diving deep.